There's a bar, an outdoor griddle, a hideaway table, tons of counter space, 2 comfortable sofas, one's theater seating, you've got a king bed. I mean, seriously, you gotta see this. Stick with us. Hello everyone, I'm PJ from Princess Craft RV. I am so excited to show you the R-Pod Unmapped. Before we go in, I want to let you know it's 28 foot, 11 inches long. That's right, almost 29 feet, including the tongue. This is also only 5,700 pounds. Quite extraordinary, beautiful interior. So let's go inside this Unmapped and take a look at the 26 ml. Walking in is just incredible. It feels huge. 2 seats, look at this countertop. I mean, this is a countertop. It's a prep space when you're cooking, or just a nice place to sit and eat or relax. A big window that flips out. So many things I need to show you. I tell you what, let's start right over here with the seating. Because right here, you've got this wonderful sofa with cup holders, and it's really comfortable. They didn't skimp on comfort here for sure. So the thing about this sofa is that it's so easy to fold out. It takes just a minute, and when you're ready to put it away, it's not a project. I can easily do it myself. Just fold the bed in, put the back up, put the cushions back on it, and it's good to go. So very simple to do. And that's important because, yeah, if it's really hard to maneuver, you're not going to want to have people sleep here. Such a beautiful room. The second seating over here is really nice. Now this is normally a theater seating. If you prefer a regular sofa, that's a possibility. But I don't know, this is really comfortable. You've got the nice cup holder, windows all around, and of course, let's check it out. You've got a nice footrest. Scoots back a little bit. This is pretty comfortable. The TV's directly across from me, as is windows, so it feels like a living room. Impressive. You know, I have to say, one of the things I really noticed when I walked in was this wide plank floor. It's not one that jumps out at you. It is very neutral. It's easy to clean, but it feels very warm and inviting. They have done a really nice job with colors in here, so it doesn't feel overdone. It doesn't feel like a huge contrasting color, just really comfortable. I can't tell you how impressed I am with the unmapped interior. All right, let's keep going and talk about storage. You've got what could be considered a pantry here, and you've got a big shelf here, one on the bottom. Now what they've got stored in here is the tables that can go on either the theater seating or the sofa. Probably familiar with these, but just in case, they drop right into the cup holder here, and they make a great way for you to maybe sit in the recliner and work on your computer, maybe have a great place to put that cup of coffee, whatever it is that you need. But if you don't need that table, just take it out and store it. Simple. Versatile is the one thing I think about when I think about this trailer. I'll keep going and you will see why. Down here, you've got 2 more of those storage spaces. Again, they're about 2.5 feet deep. It can be pantry, it can be that backpack for that hike you're going to take. Whatever it is you need. You've got a large 10 cubic foot refrigerator, 12 volt. That's what you'll see in the trailers these days. Let's open it up for you here. And you can see the freezer and the refrigerator with, of course, the packet of paperwork. Sometimes that's stored in the refrigerator. But great look, great work, and great space. I mean, the best of all refrigerators. We're going to go across to the kitchen because right here is another one of those versatile spaces. Like I said when I walked in, this countertop I think is just the right size. Comes out a little bit wider than the kitchen counter, but it makes a great table. You could keep things on the back and still have plenty of space up front. The chairs, well, they didn't skimp and give you those little folding bar stools. These are very comfortable. They have a nice back on them, and yeah, ready to sit here and relax. Let's move them out of the way though, because I want to get a good shot of what's underneath. They kind of explain it up here, and they call it a bar to table. The first thing you'll notice is that there is storage. There's an open cubby underneath there, and a nice cabinet right here with 3 shelves. That goes the depth of this counter. So you've got extra storage under here, but of course, the table is the cool part. Flip this up, it latches into place. Now you could leave it right there. If that's all you need, that works. But if you want more, it pulls out. So maybe that's all you need, right? Just a space for one of you to sit and work. But if you want a little more space, this table comes all the way out. Wow, this makes it such a versatile space. This is a great desk. If you work in your camper, you can work for a while. You've got great space here. Then when you're done, you fold it up, put it away, maybe use one of those cubbies underneath to hold your work, and you're good to go. Maybe you want to feed 4 people. I don't see why you couldn't do this. Okay, you'd need 2 extra chairs. That's true. Maybe that's where those folding bar stools come in, but there's space to do it. It's massive. Gosh, I love this concept. Underneath, I want to do a little bit of talking about that. There is a shelf that's hidden behind there, and it's kind of an interesting little space, but it's there for you to use if you want to hide away some things before you put the table back. Once the table's back in place and you fold down the end of it, it's a little difficult to access. But in any trailer, you never want to waste an inch of space. So kudos to using that space, yeah, beautifully. Let's put this back. Let me show you how easy it is. You just lift up a little bit, and it is on a rolling system, slides all the way in. And then there is a little pull under here. Right here, just grab it with your finger, put your ball stools back up here, and we're back to having that dance floor that I love so much. Okay, the kitchen. They spared nothing on the kitchen. Now, it's not very big, but counter space is always the question, and we've got that. So, right up here, you've got storage, nice pantry above. Can't tell you if that's glass or not, but it sure feels like it. And it's got that nice frost to it. I don't know, it's a great look. It gives it a touch of design. Takes some of the heavy wood feel out of it. I love it. I also love the gold handles. So you'll see the window right behind you here. Everything has these pull down blackout shades. I didn't mention that earlier, which it's a fabric. It's not a vinyl. It's got a fabric feel to it. So, and then of course the fabric feel on the top. Well done. Look at the faucet. I mean, it's stylish. It works. You don't have a pull out here. You've got a push button to change the actual spray, and then it pulls straight out this way. So a little bit different. It is not a pull down like you usually see. I mean, it's the little things, right? Got a single handle there, a really large round sink. It is the brushed aluminum, and just a great look, a great workable system here. Underneath, they do avoid the P-trap, and that is because they give you the back half with a panel. So you only have the front half of this. So it starts about right here. It's about 12 inches deep, but still a great space. Over here, the 3-burner stove. The glass top, it's a very nice Furrion stove. You've got 3 full-size burners and, of course, the light-up handles that you can turn off. I know blue light's a problem sometimes. And, 4 separate knobs. It is an automatic spark. When you're done, just put the glass top down. You've got more counter space right here. One of the things that you'll see in a lot of these trailers now is they hang the sink cover. Now, you can use the sink cover as a cutting board. I don't know, the back of it, the front of it. It's so pretty on the front. But you can also just use it as a sink cover. Works great. But if you're not using it, you're washing dishes, it's in the way. So it hangs right here behind the stove. Makes a nice decor, nice backsplash. Furrion microwave up here, which is also an air fryer. So that extra piece of equipment that you might like to take with you, well, maybe you can leave that at home. So you've got this up above, of course, the hood vent with the light and the fan, and drawers underneath. 2 very nice sized drawers. These are probably 5, maybe 6 inches deep. So plenty of storage right here around the kitchen. It's not all in one place, but I think that is because the unique design that gives you this bar table combination. And then you've got the refrigerator and the pantry on the other side. So when you've got this kind of space, I mean, that's kind of what happens. You can use space all over, leave the floor open. Yeah, it makes for a really nice feel. The windows are part of what works here. You've got windows here behind the sink, windows around all of the seating, and then this flip out window. So let's look at that real quick. You drop this down. It's magnetic, so they do kind of stick together. You've got, of course, that screen. Then you've got a blackout shade. So you can cover the window, of course, but then this is very easy to simply push out. And then you've got fresh air. So it really is a little bit of all the great things. In this trailer that's very affordable, I mean, it's 28 feet, 11 inches, okay. It's not the shortest trailer, but what a great couples coach to have all of this incorporated into one space. Let's go into the bedroom now. I want to take a look in there and show you the king-size bed. One of the best features in every Unmapped is going to be the custom king bed, 66 by 80. So you get all the space that you need here. And yeah, a nice comfortable mattress. That's pretty incredible. They have really picked out some good features to go in this camper. Baskets up at the top. It's a little added touch. I mean, you can always take the baskets down, use them somewhere else. But the shelf up here sometimes is problematic on how to use it. So I love having this storage space already picked out for you. And of course, the basket, it adds a little touch of decor in here. Big window in the back. You, of course, have a blackout shade. Don't panic. And over here, the same pull-down shades. So this can be a nice dark bedroom here. Give it a tug, let it roll up. It's a little slow rolling up, which I don't mind. It doesn't fly up there and flip around. Let's look at storage here on both sides of the bed. In the back, you will see on the front curve, they have put shelving. That's a nice feature. They've also included a cup holder. I mean, how many times have you reached up onto a shelf at night, maybe tipped over a glass of water that you put up there? So again, little things. And plugs are always a question. Back in the back, underneath on the bottom shelf, you have not only a 110 plug, but the charging port that will have a USB and a USB-C. You've got it on this side, you've got it on that side, no choosing sides. Yeah, you have plugs on both. You've also got a little space to bring the cord up so that your phone can be a little bit easier to reach and not down underneath. They've thought of everything. Now, right over here, you've got a little bit of counter space in front of the storage, which is nice. But a nice shirt closet here. Bar in the top, comes all the way down, and then you've got a drawer. The drawer is probably only 3 or 4 inches deep, but enough for those small things you want to keep by the bed. Down below, guess what? Another 110 plug and another charging port with USB and USB-C. So you've got that on both sides in front and on both sides behind the cabinet. I mean, however you want to set this up, it's going to work for you, and the plug is there. Let's point out the thing that's really important here in Texas, and that's the second AC up here. It is a 13.5. In the main part of this trailer, they have a 15,000 BTU. It's a larger space. But in this area, 13.5 right up there, wow. We're talking meat locker even on a hot day. So I'm just going to tell you right up front, these drawers may be a little bit tricky to access because they're down low and they open up in the walk space. But you don't want to waste it, and you want the space that you have to be usable. So drawers are a great way to do that because things get separated and you get to have layers that you can access. So let's open up one of these drawers. You have to kind of pull sideways. And the drawer, I mean, it's only that long, but it's about 4 or 5 inches deep and great to put just grab and go, socks, underwear, all those kind of things can go right here. You've got 4 drawers, and then underneath the bed, which is a great space to store things, you can get to the top drawer right here. They've made those drawers fairly short, obviously, because you can't pull them out very far here, but the space under a bed, if it's one big, huge pile, it's difficult to get to what's on the bottom layer. So drawers are a great fix, and they've left the back of it open. And guess what's there? Remember those foldable stools I told you about so you could feed 4 people at that beautiful pull-out table? Well, there they are, right here, stored under the bed. And you could store them other places, but that's where we have them right now. So great space here. All right, let's pull this down. The bedroom does completely close off. I love the latches here. There isn't a snap you have to pull. And we've got a sliding door here, closing off that bedroom area. Right up here on the end, you've got some controls. So right up at the top, you have a charge controller because this trailer has 400 watts of solar on the roof. That is going to help keep your batteries charged if you're not plugged in, or maybe it's in storage. Over here, the Furrion, it's going to control the air conditioner. Bluetooth stereo, very simple, got great tunes. You've got speakers in each space. And then down below, of course, you've got your awning, your slide room, your porch light, the interior lights, the awning lights, all of that switched right underneath. Now, as we move through the trailer, I want to talk about a few more of the power things that you're going to be looking for. There are 2 spaces where you will have a 110 plug and the USB charging ports. And one of them is right ahead at the end of that nice bar/countertop. So anything you would want to plug in, keep going right here. You've got the USB, USB-C, and the 110. You've also got another one in the sofa area. So right here behind the sofa that is turning into a bed, you've got the plug and the USB and USB-C. Now this would be the charging port that would work for both seating areas here. Plug in right here. You might have a little bit of a cord coming by, but very easy to do. Now, of course, you've got the TV on a swing out bracket. You can face it towards either sofa, or, maybe towards the kitchen. You want to watch TV when you're cooking? Yeah. And one more 110 plug right here underneath the cabinet. So if you've got something immediately on this sink area, yeah, easy to plug it in. Okay, before we head into the bathroom, I want to point out just a few of the controls right here at the entrance. And there's going to be 3 switches at the top. That is your heated pads on your tanks. You also got heated and enclosed underbelly. So if you're camping, you're running the furnace, everything is nice and toasty. But if you're traveling, you might want to turn on those heating pads if it's going to get below freezing, because that's going to keep them from freezing even without the furnace. Nice thing to have both of those things working for you. That's why, this is not a camper that's afraid of cold weather. Underneath that, the monitors, of course, to tell you your black, your gray, and your freshwater tank. This camper has 40 gallons of fresh, 40 gray, and 30 black, so plenty of tank sizes. Guys, this is a couples coach. Maybe a few guests here, but still plenty of tank sizes. And on this side, of course, that's going to be the Suburban water heater. It is a tankless on-demand water heater. Of course, they put great features in this, great appliances. It is really well done. Let's step into the bathroom. First question I always get is, how tall is the shower? Well, 6'3". The main cabin is 6'6", but stepping in here, you do have a skylight and lose just a few inches. But plenty of space, built-in shelves, really nice shower head, 2 handles, and a nice roll-away screen. No shower curtain to deal with, and switches for the lights all right here at the door. Now, the sink setup's pretty sweet as well. I mean, check out the mirror. It's a little different, and you may not be able to see it in this light, but it's actually lighted behind it. It's not a square, boring mirror. They tried to add a little bit of style in here. And because they wanted the largest sink they could, but a smaller countertop, they've added these 2 shelves up top. So it's like having countertop, right? You can keep everything you need right up top, have a nicer sink, and a little storage underneath. Now in this one, you do have to work around the P-trap and the water lines, but still, some great storage space underneath. On the side, you've got a 110 plug. You're kind of good to go if you bring that hair dryer. They've got nice hooks on the wall. Not the baby ones, not the little tiny RV ones, but nice big gold hooks that's going to hold a bathrobe, because you're going to be lounging in here, right? 3 huge shelves here. Great storage in here. It is about 2.5 feet deep. So you've got a lot of space for towels, sundries. I mean, maybe even change of clothes, maybe a spare really nice fluffy bathrobe for the winter. All of it can store right in here. And, we're not done yet. They have a porcelain toilet with plenty of leg room, plenty of width. They really managed this well. Before we leave, the vacuum right down here. Built-in vac in the unmapped. Of course, you lift it up with your foot, and it's going to suck in everything that's right in front of it. And so you can sweep it near it, and it's going to suck it up. Or, of course, you can hook a hose to it and vacuum the entire camper. When you've got a space like this, you're going to want to keep it nice, because this is a great relaxing space. Power fan on the top is just the icing in the cake, right? I'm heading outside. There's so much more to look at. Nice solid steps. And of course they fold in, but just to the right, that's where all the fun happens. Now, outdoor bar is what they call this. Let's open it up, and it is pretty much an outdoor bar, right? What you can't see is that if we flip a switch, the back lights up. So it makes a really cool ambiance at night. So next to the bar, we've got the outlet for the furnace, and right over here, this is a hot and cold spray port. You've got a coiled hose with a sprayer on the end, very handy for a grill or, I don't know, taking a shower, rinsing off, cleaning your feet at the beach, all right here in the front, easy to access. Now you've got a 110 plug and a cable connection here, because a television, well, great for an outdoor space, right? Now you could put that television right here on the bar, or there is kind of a multi-setup here with the outdoor kitchen, the griddle, and you've got a table that hooks into this bar, and you've got a hanger for a television right here. So then you plug it in right next to it. All of these pieces come apart. So you can use a table without anything else. You can use the griddle without anything else. It's all interchangeable. I wouldn't recommend using the television with the griddle, but it is so simple to set up. These pieces just slide in, so it's easy to do. There is one more piece I want to show you, and it's right here. It's kind of an extra odd piece that comes with this kitchen setup, and it just hooks underneath, and you can hang towels on it, maybe use it for something that you want to use a little different, but it is just 2 extra little pieces for an extra hanger. But all of this comes apart, folds up, it's easy to set up, you're good to go. You can make this outdoor entertainment section anything you want. So, versatile, that's what I call this space. All right, we've got the backup camera up here. Now it is prepped for it. If you want that backup camera, you know, it's very easy to just check with your dealer. They can add it. Not terribly expensive if that's important to you. There is a receiver right here underneath. A little hard to see with this spare tire mounted in this location, but it is there. If you need to carry bikes, maybe some extra gear in the back. Black tank flush right here on the back. That is an awesome add. I think that is something that is becoming standard on trailers. But believe it or not, there are a few out there without them, so always check with your dealer. There is, of course, your 50 amp plug right here. We do have it hooked up to a power box. We're out on the parking lot. The power box does not come with it, but of course your 50 amp short cord is all included. And right underneath is the sewer dump. Gray and black right here, single dump, easy outlet right on the back. Remember your black tank flush just around the corner, so it's not in the same area, but very close. Another thing that's right back here is your cable connection here. You know, in case you're camping somewhere that has cable, or you have that portable satellite, plug it in right there, that TV on the other side. It's gonna be sweet. The freshwater tank fill is on the front here. Of course, you fill the 40-gallon tank here. If you just want to go straight from the hydrant to the faucet, you've got the city water hookup just underneath. And the pass-through. Magnetic catch makes it super easy, but you've got this very long pass-through all the way through the camper, nothing in your way. So yeah, take all the stuff with you that you want. You've got the battery disconnect right on the front, which is super convenient because the times that you'll use that is when you put it in storage. That way it completely disconnects the battery, so nothing is drawing down on that battery while it's in storage. And the cover is got a flip up on it so that you can reach in, open and close the tanks when you need it without taking the cover off, going through all that hassle. Electric jack, all of this is standard, and you know, they really have done a good job of putting what you need on there without all the fluff to give you a really great price. Now the other end of that nice pass-through is right here. And that is going to give you that sprayer that I told you about is right in here. You've got a nice tub. When this arrives at the dealership, it is going to have the tray in it. I believe the Suburban griddle that comes with it is under the bed. So all of that should be set up and ready for you to see when you pick it up from the dealership. And you have a nice tub. I mean, what a great feature. You've got so many great features on this trailer. It is incredible how they've pieced it together. I love kind of the simplicity and the versatility of it, quite frankly. What a great layout in this 26 ML. It is one of the largest ones that Unmapped makes at this time, but one of my favorites for sure. So I hope you can see why Unmapped, and particularly the 26 ML, is one of my favorite campers right now. It's nicely priced. It has a lot of versatility and so many great features, all standard. So if you want to see more of this, you can check it out on our website at princesscraft.com. I'm PJ from Princess Craft RV, and I'll see you next time.